Here we are at the Pasadena Red, White, and Blues Jazz Festival with the Delgado Brothers, and they're all ignoring me, but that's fine. It's okay. With Brian Bromberg, and we're talking bass right now.
Yeah, we are.
And we're talking LA musicianship, right?
May I say one thing?
Sure.
My brother Bob is the bass player of the Delgado Brothers band, of course, and he's the one that founded the Delgado Brothers version of this band. And in my mind, he's one of the greatest bottom feeder bass players you can imagine. And you know what I'm talking about, Brian. Is a guy that wants no fanfare. He just wants to lay it down, and that's what Bob does. So.
That's great.
And then being brothers with my brother Steve, we've been doing it so long that it kind of like
it's second.
Well, but see, that's one of the things that I want to ask you is because I grew up playing with my brother. My brother's a drummer, and we've done several records together. In fact, we've got some gigs coming up in November, and I love playing with him because it's family. There's blood. There's something different. There's no question. There's a different vibe when you've got that human. So what is it like for? I mean, is it the same thing for you guys when you play together? Is there a connection there that's much deeper than just like, oh, hey, it's the drummer, it's the bass player, it's the guitar player? I mean, is there something there that
really
makes it such a blessing to be able to?
Well, my story is I did, when we went on hiatus and I was able to play with the different groups, right? And so I was doing this one gig, and Bob was the bass player on standby because the bass player that I was working with, his wife was pregnant and due any second. So anyway, so at the end of the night, Bob's sitting there doing nothing. So he goes, well, Bob, why don't you come up and play? So Bob comes up and plays. It's not going to happen. The pregnancy, she's not going to.
Did she ever find out who the father was?
But anyway, so
it wasn't me, I'll tell you that.
So anyway, so Bob comes up to play, and it just lays it down, and I said, oh, this is what it's all about.
Yeah, right.
It was like second nature. You don't have to think. I play less. Everything. It's just like beautiful.
See, that's the whole point. Is trying to get you to play less. You see,
right.
But seriously, there's something about again when you grow up with somebody that you play with, there's something like in your musical DNA. Right. I feel just from playing with my brother that there is a second nature thing that you don't think about. It's like I know exactly where he's going to put one. I know when he does a drum fill. I know when he's going to hit on the downbeat or when he's going to anticipate it and go God. I just know it because of having that kind of intimate experience with it.
Right.
So I understand what you guys go through and how cool that is.
When he's building up.
Right, how good that feels. Right. So it's also interesting when you play with other people and then you get back and you play together. It's like, damn.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about.
And it's 30 years for you guys, right?
Well, me and my brother Steve had been playing 40 together. I mean, we had a talent show. I was in 8th grade. He was in 6th grade.
I'm only 41. So
I know. I was going to say you don't even look 40.
Baby, it's like you're a kid.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've been doing that for a long. Bob's been in the band since '84.
Yeah, I go back
childhood. I'm telling you.
I go back to the 60s with the Midnighters, Ambertones. I was in a band called Exotics back in East LA.
Back in the rock and roll.
And that was like happening scene. That was a great scene. You go to like sports night, the dance hall.
The Kennedy Hall, the Garfield High School dance.
Big Union Hall, Big Union Hall.
And that's what I
was a great time in music, actually. Period. Right.
Yeah.
66.
And it was a good time in LA, even though I wasn't here then. I know about the music here and the musicians here and what was going on here. It was a very good time in LA.
And all the bands were integrated. There was like, I didn't know anything about race tensions or nothing when I was growing up because everybody in the band was all different colors and everything else. And this is East Los Angeles. And so as far as I remember, there was always been a band rehearsing in our living room. I mean, that's what I remember as a kid.
Same thing.
So even at 3 in the morning. There's 6 brothers.
Wow. How often do all of you get to do stuff together?
It's been, last time we did that was what?
What's that?
When we got all together, all the 6 brothers.
Oh, geez.
We did it about 10.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's not that often, but
we had one in Tennessee, one in Hawaii.
Right.
Another here in LA. But we don't get together as far as
right, sure. It's tough because like my brother lives, he lives 3,000 miles away, so it's not like, hey man, I got a gig Thursday. What are you doing? It's like, well, it's not quite that simple, Yeah, right. It's a little more challenging when you're spread out all over the place.
Oh, but that's what's beautiful about us is like, we've made a commitment to each other to be here, to do this, and it's been great. And the success has been very gradual, but it's very consistent, and we're moving in the right direction. And so we don't compromise our art. We don't do anything. So we have our own record company. We have our own publishing. We have all of these things all in line for.
Can you throw out your website?
It's DelgadoBrothers.com.
Okay, cool. It's great to meet you all.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
So it's Bob, Joey,
and
Steve. All right, you guys. And Brian.
It's the Pep Boys.
Thanks so much. All right, carry on.
I like it, Brian.